I think for any mom, any additional 60 seconds in any day, any additional minute would be incredibly helpful, and that is the balance that we all strive for. It's wonderful to have our Ottawa Valley moms back, Erin Blaskie and Crystal McLeod. Usually we have you guys talking about an event or doing a craft or keeping busy, but this is a topic that I think you see a lot with your readers, or the feedback, and just the general aspect of finding balance as a mom. And your thoughts on this, because as we're heading into Mother's Day and it's Mother's Day week, it's a hot topic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can definitely start as an entrepreneur and someone who does Ottawa Valley Moms and has a baby, or she's 2.5 now. She's not a baby.
She'll always be a baby.
Yeah, she'll always be my baby. You know, and a husband and a social life and all of those things. It's really challenging. It's really challenging to find the space and the time to do it all and have it all. You know, and at least for me, I struggle with it. I struggle with the guilt mostly. Like I struggle with, okay, if I choose to do this, it's taking me away from, you know, this other thing I could be doing, or my daughter. And I mean, you know, Crystal and I do a lot of different things, and we're, you know, so we are pulled away from our families a lot, but it's just struggling to find that, you know, that balance.
Yeah, well, you actually wrote a blog post not long ago saying that balance is BS, let's just say. And I think it's kind of true. Like, I don't really know how you can have perfect balance between everything, because when I'm doing one thing, I feel like I should be doing something else, and I work from home as well 3 days a week, so you just feel like you're being pulled all over the place, and we do hear that from our readers a lot. How do you balance, like, working out of the home, working, like, being at home with your children, like, just everything as a mom? It's so hard to find balance between everything. It's
hard to find the balance. It's hard to also find yourself again. And I think that I know that I went through that kind of, you know, 6 weeks in going, will I ever feel normal again? Will I ever feel like my old self? And you're saying that right now, I mean, I know you're kind of starting to feel that, even to the fact that, like, okay, I can actually do my nails now and find the time.
I know,
like, it's coming back. Very cute, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, no, it's true. And I find for myself, it's even reflected in my business, you know, and so I find that what ends up happening is, like, I pulled back for a long time from everything, whether that was social media or blogging or, you know, even going out. Like, I really stayed with my daughter because, I mean, I also nursed her for, like, what felt like ever, really, and I've blogged about that too. So I always just felt like I was attached to her, and which is how you should be, but at the same time, it took a long time to really then say to myself, okay, I can take, you know, 3 hours and go get my hair done, or I can go and, you know, get my nails done, or whatever it might be, but it takes a while.
Well, and you mentioned going and finding your old self again. You don't find your old self again because you're not that person anymore. You have to find out who you are now as a mom and who you are as a wife now that you're a mom. So there's just, like, talking about balance again, like, how do you balance your relationship even with your husband or your partner once you have children, and finding that kind of time. So it's not finding your old self again, it's finding out who you are now as a person, now that you're a mom, and what that means for you.
What do you find you get the most response with? I mean, when you're writing about breastfeeding or you're writing about balance, and that you find that the viewers really, and your readers really connect with?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of our most popular blog posts in a while, in the last little while, was about breastfeeding annihilating that. So we get a lot of response on breastfeeding. I mean, on, you know, mostly parenting issues, but also usually when we're really opening up and being real about what it's really like. Yeah. You know, and like Crystal said, because you're not the same person, you're kind of mourning a little bit of who you were, like, pre-baby. And so anytime we open up about that and talk about, you know, the struggles and the challenges, we get a lot of response because people can relate.
Well, and just being, like, a real mom. Like, you see the, like, picture perfect mom, like, you know, making the little nice cute snacks, and your lunches are all cut up, and you know, like, doing all the cute arts and crafts. That's not real 24/7. Like, you know, that's what you see on Pinterest and on Twitter and that kind of thing. So
and it also buys you an hour, you know, and then the kids are like, okay, we're done with this project. What's up next?
Like, we're honest. We're like, you know, we lose our patience with our kids sometimes, and sometimes we want to run away from home. Like, so being honest, like, people are like, wow, like, you know, I feel like that, and I don't feel horrible for feeling that way, knowing that I'm not alone. We love our kids, but sometimes you just want to pull your hair out.
And
you're like,
and it all comes together, and I think it's something that we can consider and think about, especially too as we're heading into this Mother's Day weekend, in terms of looking ahead at what our mothers did for us, and then also how we're feeling it, you know, as well. And we still kind of say, even as moms, it's still our Mother's Day, you know, kind of looking at that way. You guys have some great reads, some wonderful ideas. OttawaValleyMoms.com if you're looking for more information and to read some of these articles that they wrote about, and some great ideas as well.